Welcome to another 84 channel episode. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. I got a pretty cool, somewhat little known, special, secret variant to share with you guys back from 1990. And it's from the run of Sensational She-Hulk. I'm a She-Hulk fan. I dig the character. I was a big fan of the Sensational She-Hulk run, mainly because of John Byrne. Dude's one of the Mount Rushmore artists to me. And I thought the writing was fun. I'm not a huge fourth wall break guy. I don't enjoy too much of that kind of writing and stuff. But I think back when, with what Byrne was doing with it in Sensational She-Hulk, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty well done. So, in that run of Sensational She-Hulk, the master, John Byrne, he left the book for a while. So he was on from issue like 1 through 8, and then dropped off of the book until like issue 31, I think. So, because John Byrne was such a fire artist and was, he could be so reliable to put on these pretty fantastic covers on the She-Hulk issues that he was drawing. When he left, it left a bit of a gap of, these hot fire covers, these great covers that John Byrne could reliably put out. So they would, in that run, you'll notice there are like commissioned covers. There are guest artists coming on to do covers in the run, in the sections of the run that John Byrne wasn't in. For example, like Adam Hughes on issue 52, which is pretty cool. Like, he doesn't work on the inside of the book. They just had him jump on. I don't think they did any of that on when John Byrne was actually doing the book. But this is relevant because this brings me to the variant book that I'm about to show you. Issue number 14, the great Brian Bolland was commissioned for the cover of this book. However, if you look for an issue of Sensational She-Hulk 14, or if you have the book in your collection, you probably have this issue here. Sensational She-Hulk 14 with, in my opinion, kind of a lousy cover by Mark Teixeira. Weird cover. It was a weird storyline with like Howard the Duck and like this cosmic situation. And so you have a pretty wild cover here featuring Howard the Duck, right? But there is another cover that exists, and I have it here. And I'm about to unveil it. I already opened it and looked at it and stuff. I think I put unboxing in the title of this book. So just so it's not false advertising, here you go. Unboxed. See that? No false advertising here at the 84 Network. I wouldn't do that to you. No clickbait. I don't know what other word to use. Unveiling She-Hulk variant. Sharing She-Hulk variant. I don't know. Unboxing just is the word that comes to mind. So anyway. So how should I do this? Let me just show you the cover that Brian Bolland did. And then I'm going to tell you the kind of cool story behind it. Here is the Brian Bolland cover of Sensational She-Hulk number 14. Boom. Look at that. Brian Bolland, the master, always nails like realism really well, tight line work. And one thing I always notice about Bolland's work, he has the best hands in the business. Look at any Brian Bolland drawing and look at the hands. Dude's got the best handwork in the game. So I'm a big Brian Bolland fan. And I've been wanting this cover for a while. And now it's mine. I mean, look at it side to side here. compared to the Teixeira one. But isn't that interesting that usually when you have a variant cover, it's like a totally different image? Why do you have a variant cover by one artist, and it's basically just like a better version of the one that is published? Isn't that strange? Well, here's the story behind She-Hulk 14. Once I pull this out, you're going to see what's unique about it. Let's take it out, and you'll see it's, be careful, because this isn't cheap. This is a pricey variant. It's just the cover. It's not on the book. All right? It's like a cover, I don't know, insert, whatever you want to call it. Boom. You won't find this issue of Sensational She-Hulk with this cover attached to it. And here's why. Apparently the story is they commissioned Bolland for the cover. He lives in the United Kingdom, right? He's in England. And he was late on the deadline, or so they thought. So Brian Bolland whips up first a rough, like, thumbnail sketch of the cover, which I'm actually going to share with you because it all kind of ties into the story here. So Brian Bolland produces this rough sketch of the cover, and Xerox makes a Xerox copy and sends it to Marvel for them to have like a preliminary look at it. Now, as a little time, did I get rid of it? Anyway, as a little time goes on, they're coming closer to the deadline, and they don't have the finished Bolland cover. So they're like, oh shit, they start panicking. And what they do is they hit up Mark Teixeira, who's the interior, I think he's the interior artist of the issue. Let me confirm that. I might be wrong. Let me just see, because I really don't know the answer to that. No. So Mark Teixeira is not the interior artist of this book. So they probably were like shit in a brick. The deadline's coming. They were like, damn it, we're not going to get Bolland's art in time. And they probably just grabbed someone from the hallway and were like, I need you to bang out this cover. Don't even worry about the layout and all that. The work is already done for you. Here's Bolland's rough sketch. Just do that. And then Teixeira proceeds to knock out this cover based on that. Pretty poor rendition, if you ask me. I don't want to hold it against them. I don't necessarily think Teixeira is a bad artist. Because of the way this story goes, I think he was probably on a really tight deadline. So he knocks that out. Now here's where the plot thickens. Bolland's cover indeed does arrive a little bit late, but not super late. Like not so late that the book is already well on the racks and the whole thing. So what they do, because Bolland's a big time artist at that time. And if you go through Brian Bolland's catalog, he doesn't have a lot of Marvel artwork. He's mostly a DC artist. There's very few Bolland Marvel projects. Some say it's partly to do with this story. I don't know if that's true, that he had a bad taste in his mouth. He just didn't get along with Marvel. So this is one of his few Marvel projects. And I think they were still like in a courtship phase with Bolland, and they didn't want to rock the boat with this guy too much. So they're like, shit, maybe we jumped the gun because we have the cover here now, but we already printed that. So I think it went to press already with this, but they also had the OA in hand. So what happened is they distribute this book. I think it went to like newsstands first, and the ones that would show up like in the newsstand rack, the drugstores or wherever that is, just got this book. But direct market and comic book shops got this book and also an overlay cover. And I'm going to show you, there's an explanation inside the cover that I'm going to show you as well. So what they wanted the shop owners to do is grab the book and give the readers an extra cover for free, a free cover with their book. So it would be sitting in comic shops, presumably like this, with the cover, the insert cover over it of the original, and you could like remove it, right? So I guess they did that to like save face with Bolland, not piss him off. Now, let me show you the inside cover. So the back cover is different than the book. So the back of the thing has a Nintendo game. The back of the cover insert has an Incredible Hulk ad. And then on the inside is like an explanation of all this shit. There's Howard the Duck. There's no such thing as a free cover. You thought you were getting something for nothing, right? You hairless apes never learn. Da da da. They tell you about the storyline a bit, and they basically use it as an opportunity to pitch you on the next two issues, 15 and 16 and 17. See at the bottom, help me out here. Take a look at She-Hulk 15 at your comic store. And then on this side is a more straightforward thing of they screwed the pooch. Ah, baloney. The cover to She-Hulk 14 was supposed to be a Brian Bolland cover. That's the issue that kicked off the 4-part cosmic storyline. What really happened to that comic cover? It seems that one of the squished universes opened up and spewed out the wrong cover. You know, they make a jokey thing about it. And then, actually, amidst the mass mayhem at Marvel, we bungled the baloney. Maybe we just plain goofed, but at long last, here is the Brian Bolland cover as promised, and that's no baloney. So look at that, 14, the Teixeira cover with an X over it, dude. So that's the lengths that they went to one, I think, not piss off Brian Bolland. And maybe because maybe they already paid him to commission it, and it's such a specific cover to such a specific storyline. Like, it's not really a cover that you could, like, as opposed to this, like, if you look at She-Hulk 34, classic Vanity Fair, John Byrne, this has nothing to do with the storyline of that book. It's just a evergreen, as they say. Ooh, evergreen, She-Hulk. Evergreen kind of cover. You can put this cover on any book you want. So, but since you got a fucking bizarre, specific She-Hulk on top of a floating baloney with Howard the Duck, you ain't gonna be able to reuse this cover. It's like, it's now or never, or else you just paid that money for nothing. So, I guess. I mean, there's a 3-issue storyline, so maybe they could have used it for one of the next issues. I don't know. But for whatever reason, they went to this length to deliver the Brian Bolland variant. I also have the original art here. Check this out. Look at the original art to this page. I would love to have that. Bolland's a master. That thing is awesome. So there you have it, man. You can... I'm pretty sure you're going to have a hard time finding this in the wild. I bought this one online. There's a few. There's like, I think there's like 2 or 3 on eBay where I found it. So I don't know what the circulation of these things are, how many of them are around, exist. I don't see it very often. But I am happy to add the Brian Bolland variant cover to my Sensational She-Hulk collection. There you have it. I'm going to store it in the bag and board, wrapped over the actual issue, as God intended. You know, I better not manhandle it. I'm gonna do that more carefully later. But there it is. That thing is awesome. It's so superior to the regular Teixeira 14. Thing is a beauty. And that's all I got, man. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you got a kick out of this video. And, you know, hit the like and or whatever, those, you know, whatever like that. Hit the like, subscribe, and that'd be appreciated. And I'll just see you guys next time. Later.